Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing.
Welcome. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful if you clicked on as always. So to ring in the new year, today we are going to be looking at themes of 2026. So let's get some general themes. We're going to be pulling quite a bit of cards. I really want to do like an overview. I might even check in and kind of see about love, relationships as well. So just the themes, what's going to be going on, what lessons are you learning, as well as the end. We'll go ahead and pull some like self-care cards, just kind of see how spirit wants you to be taking care of yourself throughout the year as well. So I pulled from my fruits basket cards. These are little index cards. I got them from Five Below like 2 years ago here. So I'm very excited to be using them again. These are the options that we shuffled out today. So option number 1, we shuffled Kyo and Kuromi. All right. And then pile number 2, you shuffled, if I can pick up the card, Shigure and Batsumaru. Okay, and finally, pile number 3, you shuffled Momiji and Pom Pom Purin. So these are your options today. So themes of 2026. If you need more time, there will be a 30-second meditation. Let you spend some more time with the options, see which one is calling out to you. If you are still struggling to decide which pile is for you, you can also check out the timestamps down below. I will be shuffling songs for every pile. All right, guys, I'll see you at your pile. Bye.
Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such thing. No such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived.
Too many. I just need one more. One more spirit. Okay, I get it. Thank you. I get it. Thank you. Okay, there we go. My body. I just need one for each. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose Kyo and Kuromi. Great choice here. I love both of these characters. And there's definitely like a feistiness that's coming through. So you might be a bit feisty. I'm getting maybe a bit of a pessimist at times, a little bit grumpy at times. So if that's resonating with you, this is your pile. So welcome. So this year actually looks incredibly fun for you. Okay, it looks like you are really grabbing this year by the you know what. Okay, like you are taking it serious. I kept hearing like take no shit. I don't know why I'm getting shy about it too. Like maybe sometimes you guys come off a bit intimidating, but the reality is like you could be really shy or like emotional as well. So I'm just reading the energy here, but let's go into like the themes of 2026. It looks like you are focused, like you're not playing around is what I'm getting. But at the same time, it's interesting because this ambition and this action taking, it actually is going to lead you exactly where you're meant to be, and it's actually going to manifest this energy of adventure, this energy of fun, where it's like because of the work that I've been putting in, because of my ambition and like my willingness to actually take action and go for it, you know, it's bringing you about new places. Like I'm just seeing like new places, new faces. I'm hearing new foods, like new cities. I'm just getting like adventuring, and it's just wonderful. Like I think this ambition and this action is just like taking you to places you've never been before, and so it's like of course that's gonna be really fun. Okay, I don't know why. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be annoying about this for a while, but I watched Heated Rivalry, and you know, it's not really spoilers, I would say, but like I'm kind of getting energy of Shane, where it's just like this ambition and the action taking and like actually taking this career seriously, actually like doing the work, putting in the effort, showing up. It like brought him to this place that he never really knew, which included adventure and also like, I don't want to spoil it, but like, yeah, essence of romance. So I'm gonna just like cut off the show now and get away from that character. But that's what I'm getting, is like somebody where it's like that career took you to amazing places that you just never really thought that you could have for yourself. It's like you never really thought that you could have so much fun. You never really thought that you could also maybe manifest love into your life. And I'm also really strongly getting that this isn't just romantic love. This is also like deep friendships, like connection. I'm just seeing balanced, harmonious connections that you like end up creating because it's like you want more. You have this ambition. So let's go ahead and start reading the messages here. So it says, ambitious. In a world where possibilities are endless, I can do anything I set my mind to. Power and ambition courses through my veins. When I intentionally reach toward my dreams will meet me with open arms. So this is, you know, these are affirmation cards. And so that's what I just feel like the theme is, that you are realizing how many opportunities there really are out there, how many possibilities there really are. And I think that it is like sending this sense of like ambition and power, and just like it's giving you this jolt to the system. I really feel like you're waking up. Some of you, it's cold as well. Like I'm just getting like a chilly kind of jolt to the system, where it's like, ooh, like it gives you that shiver down your spine. But it's like your willingness to actually go forth and chase your dreams and realize that, you know, I can expand only if I believe I can expand. I am going to believe in these dreams instead of this pessimistic idea that like I can't reach my dreams. I can't like I'll never be able to do that. It's like you maybe have started to take that out of your vocabulary, where it's like, I can. I'm not gonna say I can't do something anymore. I'm not gonna say that that wouldn't happen for me. Like, I'm gonna start really focusing. Like, I'm just seeing somebody locking in, really. We have action taker. To carry me forth into the life I want to live, I will focus on my actions. I allow myself to think, to plan, and to pause. However, I will not get stuck in this mindset. To grow and learn, I take external steps to improve my state of being. It's like you understand that without action, it's like really nothing can manifest. It's like if you think about it all the time, it's kind of like the energy of thoughts and prayers. It's like if you just think about it constantly, but you're not really doing anything, it's like there's no actual change. There's no actual change to the reality around you. Some of you, I am getting like a physical transformation as well, where it's like you are like physically taking action. I don't know if, yeah, it could be gym energy, where you just like want to get up and go and like move your body, and it's like taking external steps. So I just see external changes, external steps, you know, and it's really wonderful. I just see somebody full of life, full of excitement, full of like like an understanding that there's possibilities all around us. It's just, are we willing to say yes? Are we willing to put in the work? Are we willing? Period. So next we do have adventurer. I am an adventurous person. I will focus on the journey rather than the destination, and open myself to new opportunities as they come. Exactly. It's like, I think you've kind of stopped focusing so much on like the goal itself, like okay, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, like at the, like, you know, that in the bigger blueprint of things, that is ultimately what you want, but it's like, what can I do now in this reality to, you know, get closer and closer to that? It's like being really realistic about the steps that need to happen. And I just think you're enjoying the journey. I don't know. I just think that, like I said, I just see a lot of traveling. I don't know if this is like just a year of travel for you. I don't know if you're going to be visiting places you've never been before. And it's just really exciting. It's just really creating this energy of opportunity and just woo. I don't know if some of you are moving as well, or there's just something opening up. Like, I just see doors opening up, and it's really just up to you which door you want to go through. But it's also just like stopping to smell the roses, because there was another card that mentioned pause. Yeah, to think, to plan, and to pause. It's also like you're stopping and looking around you and being grateful for what you've manifested. It's like, holy shit, like, this is my life. Like, I don't know, it's like some of you are gonna like get halfway through this year and be like, I didn't know this was possible. I don't know. Maybe by the end of the year, okay, give yourself a bit more time, but it's like you're gonna look back and just be like, wow, like my reality has completely shifted and changed because I willed it so, because I took action, because I was ambitious enough to want more and to believe my dreams. Just stop playing small. And then we have this beautiful kindness here. When others are callous to me, it says more about them than it does about me. We are all deserving of kindness, and I recognize that this includes myself. So I will be kind to those around me in order to make a more compassionate world. I just feel like you've started to treat yourself better as well. There's something about, like, I mentioned this pessimism. Maybe, you know, you have really struggled with pessimism or struggled with your doubts of like, can I really accomplish these things? And I feel like there was an element of can't. There was an element of like, I can't do this. And I feel like you are working to really believe that you deserve it. You know, it's like, I take care of myself because I deserve it. I chase my dreams because I know that I deserve it. I've opened up this world of opportunities for myself because at the end of the day, I know that I deserve that, and I deserve kindness. It's like, I just see you treating yourself kinder. This is the theme of this year, is like being kind to yourself. Showing yourself what you're made of is just what I heard as well. Like, I just feel like you're kind of proving to yourself, like, I actually can do this. I am capable. I do have these capabilities within me. Like, not underestimating yourself anymore. There is an element of also just like not taking things personally. It's like when people are rude to you, callous to you, when people just are dismissive or just plain mean, it's like I see you not taking it personal and just really giving it right back to them, of like not literally, but just like reflecting back to them, like, I don't really want anything to do with you because like it says more about you than it does me that you speak of others that way. So it's like just removing yourself from those kinds of places. Yeah, I just see you wanting more for yourself here. And we have the Two of Cups, and with this kindness card, that the fact that it has a heart on it, I do get a sense of romantic interest. There could be somebody that you are meeting that is just very kind to you. I feel like there's an element of like, that's how you'll know who this person is for you, is like they have like a kind soul, like a kind heart, and they, I think, really want the best for you. There's somebody that meets you on the same level. I think you guys are both gonna be very ambitious. You guys are both going to want a lot for yourself and recognize your opportunities. Like, you're gonna mirror each other a lot. And this could also be somebody who's very adventurous, somebody who's very encouraging of you. Yeah, it's like I'm hearing this song, Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me quite like you. Yeah, like I'm getting like I feel like you're gonna bounce off each other a lot. Like, I feel like a lot of encouraging words, like kindness, of just like boosting each other up and being like, you can do this, I'm so proud of you. Like, it's like somebody who also helps kind of remove those doubts. You know, it's something that I think you will be working on yourself internally, but it's like this person really is healing to be around because of their kindness and encouragement. So let's go ahead and, you know, these cards are supposed to align. That is what I asked of Spirit. So let's go ahead and see what aligned with ambitious. Ooh, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I think you're like going towards movement. You know, usually this, to me, I read it as like going towards trouble, but I feel like you are kind of tired of maybe the mundane. You're tired of like still water is what I'm getting. Like, I'm seeing Pocahontas, I'm seeing her just around the river. Like, you know, I'm just seeing her make that decision of like, do I choose this really still kind of boring path that's like predictable and comfortable and not exciting, it's not adventurous? Do I choose that path? Or maybe do I want something like, I get fire energy from you, where it's just like, and a little bit of air as well with the you know, the wings on the heels, and it's just very Hermes energy. Okay, anyways, like, I just see you wanting something more exciting, wanting more. Once again, oh, the trash guys are out there. And I forgot to put the trash out. It's okay. They come like twice a week. It's crazy. I've never lived in a neighborhood that they come twice a week. So it's like, if I miss it, I'm like, I just have to wait like 3 days. It's fine. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted. Why am I getting distracted? Okay, so You're bored. You're bored. That's what it is. And it's not that I'm bored in the reading, but it's like, I'm like, distractions. Like, why is this person looking for distractions? And it's like, you need something more stimulating for your mind. You need something more exciting. You need to take action. There's something just about action. Like, ask and you shall receive energy is coming through, you know. But going towards the action, going towards the excitement. Or do you still wait for me, dream giver? That's the lyrics from Just Around the Riverbed. It's like, do you still wait for me, dream giver, just around the riverbed? It's like kind of going off of faith as well. Like, I'm getting the Fool energy is coming through, where it's just like taking that leap of faith off of the cliff and being like, I know that there's something better out there. I trust that the universe will catch me when I fall. Page of Wands. That is so perfect. Aligning with action taker. It's like, and I feel like it's just the beginning. It does feel like a beginning of a journey, right? So it does, and like I was just channeling the Fool, which is very much in the beginning of a journey. And now we have the Page of Wands. It's like there's just so much opportunity. I feel like a lot of you here could be very young. I don't know. You could be like early 20s. Yeah, like, because I try to make these 18 plus. I know that sometimes maybe with the cards I use, it could look like it's for younger audiences, but it's not. I just don't like to filter myself. And that too, it's like, I feel like there's just like a blank canvas, and it's like you just are so ready to paint that thing and like get started. And it makes sense, you know. January is also that year that's just full of excitement, and just everybody's kind of buzzing off of each other with the new year of like, what are we going to accomplish this year? There's just a lot of like optimism coming through. Youthful energy. Creativity as well. Listening to your creativity and taking action on that. Yeah, you know that it takes fire. You know that it takes legitimate steps to... I don't know why I'm hearing like, you get stranded on an island. What's the first thing you need to survive is fire. But that's not even the point, but it's more so like you just need energy and action. I know that didn't really make sense, guys, but just there's just so much energy. There's just so much going on. Like you're bursting from the seams here. 6 of Cups in reverse. I feel like this is hard for you because, you know, when you're in the beginning stages of a journey, that usually means that you just closed out a cycle. That usually means that you just said goodbye. I'm hearing this song Goodbye to Love by Phoebe Bridgers. I think that's who it is by. Phoebe something. And it's just very bittersweet. Some of you, it's like moving out of a family home. Some of you, this is like friendship breakups. Some of you, this is, like moving out of like a relationship as well, like moving away from a relationship. Yeah, like I just see somebody moving away from something that was once comfortable. It was once something that brought you joy and sweetness, and it was something that I think turned sour. I think that it became something that didn't really nourish your soul, your spirit. And it's like your soul began to crave adventure. Your soul began to crave newness. you know, and it just became very bittersweet. And I think I'm really getting like Pocahontas, I'm getting like Moana as well, where it's like, this used to be so exciting and like cool to me, as like to like honor my family, and it's like, this is what I was raised to do, but it's like there's just something else calling to you, and it's like you're just not quite happy, and it's like you just have to kind of take that risk. Like I'm seeing in my mind Pocahontas jumping off of the cliff in the beginning of the movie. It's like it was once so sweet and loving and comfortable, but it's like, this doesn't fulfill me anymore. And that's where I just feel like you're going to find, I feel like, soulmates that are, because you've closed a chapter out, you've created this space, you've given yourself this blank canvas to work with, the possibilities are endless. And I just feel like there's so much that's going to be flooding in. I love it. I love it. I love it so much, guys. This is wonderful. We also have the Hierophant. Okay, so bottom of the deck energy, we have the Hierophant, and we also have my body. So what am I seeing? My body is my home, and I must love it immeasurably by gently touching my skin, my laugh lines, and my scars. I appreciate my body fully. I am beautiful inside and out. Beautiful. Yeah, there's just like a level of more self-love. There's a level of self-acceptance that I feel like you have reached, where you're just like, this is who I am. I fully love and accept myself. And now that I've kind of, maybe you guys have been battling with yourself a little bit, not really listening to your body or taking good care of yourself. Like I'm seeing something stabilize. I'm seeing you kind of be very grounded within your body. Like I'm just seeing you feeling safe and more comfortable within, and because of that, it's bringing you to these really cool places, just because you're just so comfortable with yourself. And it's like you're able to put yourself out there and be like, yes, this is what I want. Yes, I'm gonna go do this. Like, I don't know why I'm getting this energy of like Yes Man, that movie with Jim Carrey, where it's like I can't remember if he gets challenged or dared, or if he has like, or if there was something supernatural about it where it's like he had to say yes, like a curse or something. I saw that movie years, so like when it came out in theaters, but it's like he just had to say yes to it. And that's what I'm kind of getting for you. It's like, I am so comfortable with myself and I love myself so much that I'm gonna just start saying yes to things. And obviously, like, listen to yourself and like make sure you're comfortable, make sure it's something you actually want to do, you're not just forcing yourself into it. But I just see you being more ambitious. I see you wanting to take more action here. Yeah, like I'm just getting like my body is my temple. It's becoming routine is what I'm getting as well. Like tradition is becoming routine. Like this is how I live my life, is through self-care, self-love, giving myself more. All right, so let's move into the love section of the reading. We already kind of touched into it, right? It's like, I feel like some of you, if you resonated with this being a lover that you are leaving, closing out, it's very like bittersweet here. And then I just see some kind of new door opening for you, but even if you're single and it's just, you're finally kind of putting yourself out there. Let's see what else we've got. So we had not my type and addiction. So we'll start with not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you find. And I feel like through adventure, like I said, it's going to kind of surprise you who you end up feeling attracted to, who you end up connecting with here. I feel like it could be somebody that's not conventionally your type. It's like maybe you've had a pattern of choosing similar types of people. I'm almost getting like with this kindness card, you could have chosen people that were like hard to please, or like not very kind, not very generous, not very encouraging. And it's like, that could have really scarred you, because it's like you really wanted your partner to be like your biggest cheerleader. You wanted your partner to lift you up, be kind to you. And it's like, so you could have been attracted to maybe like toxic types, or like the bad boy, bad girl types. And it's like, it might surprise you if you try to open up and try something new, try somebody who like actually treats you very kind and lifts you up. But yeah, it could also just be like physically a type that you just never really considered. And I just feel like there's something about like personality that's really coming through, where it's like, you might not have thought this person was very attractive when you first met them, or you weren't initially drawn in by their like physique or body type or whatever, you know, just physical appearance. But as you got to know them, it's like their energy makes them so attractive to you. I'm stuttering over here, so yeah, like this person could make you nervous a little bit as well. I feel like the heart racing and see, like I can't even talk. What? I feel like your heart could race around this person, but I feel like you just really love their energy and their kindness. So we do have addiction, so you are either obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction. Get help. Okay. You could have been obsessed with this past person, you know, like there could this toxicity, it was very addicting for you. You could have been in like the drama triangle, just round and round you went. Yeah, and I just feel like you might not have really recognized the patterns or cycles there until maybe you kind of are getting away from it and you're like, oh wow, like there are people that actually treat me so much better than this person. But it was like that obsession. It was like there could have even been an energy of just wanting to be chosen by them, that you were craving like that validation. But either way, and you know, some of you, this is completely opposite though, where I feel like this could be about sobriety, where it's like you might be kind of seeking a lot of discipline is what I'm getting. Discipline, where it's like the beginning of the year, like I said, you're going to be very focused, ambitious, taking a lot of action, and then it's like you end up into the more fun stuff. I feel like towards the end of the year, and it's like you could even maybe meet somebody closer towards the end of the year, and ooh, like, you know, I feel like the beginning of the year, you're not like, especially if you're struggling with any kind of addiction, or if you are becoming sober, if you are, yeah, like focused on your sobriety, like that's gonna be your main focus for quite a bit of the year, where it's just like cleaning up, taking better care of yourself. Interestingly enough that this card came out, I was hearing this song, My Body. I believe the artist is Young the Giant. I could be wrong, but it's like that song, I listened to that song when I was deepest into my addiction. Like the lyrics are literally like, my body tells me no, but I don't care because I want more. Like that's literally the lyrics of like, and when I saw this card, that's immediately the song that I heard. So it was like, my body tells me no, but I don't care because I want more. Like it's very, it's like he's almost like scream singing as well, like I want more. Like so it's like there could be really a battle within you of like wanting to take better care of yourself, wanting to create this sobriety for yourself, and understanding that it takes discipline, it takes action, it takes being serious about yourself self-care. It means really loving yourself deeply enough to take care of your body and say no to things that are pleasurable. And that's where I was kind of getting. It's like you're very strict with yourself to where it's like you almost like end up having fun by accident. And it's like spirit is kind of like pushing it onto you of like, don't forget to have fun while you're doing this. Enjoy the journey. And that's also where I feel like you're going to be meeting a lot of like really kind people and soulmates, because they're going to understand that you're taking your healing seriously. And it's going to be people who are also taking their healing seriously, you know? And this, like, I'm seeing people in group, you know? It's like, go to group, get help. There's so many free groups out there where you can join and be supported by your community, you know? Feel that love, feel that kindness surround you so that you're not just struggling with your own thoughts, you know? Don't do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. But yeah, like, that's what I'm getting for both of those. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. We do have a bottom of the deck, though. Fear, loneliness. You stay in bad relationships because you are lonely. Be okay with yourself. Boom. So I did not even really look at this card, process this card. So that's very interesting. Like I had mentioned with the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like this was somebody that once treated you well. Maybe they love bombed you. I don't know. Maybe they gave you breadcrumbs. It was just a bad relationship. That's all it was. Let it go. It doesn't have to be yours. It doesn't have to be your story. It doesn't have to be your ending, you know? And there's so much more out there for you. But not only that, like, I feel like it's really just important to take care of yourself right now. Like, I really get strongly that, like, beginning of the year, this is about you. This is not about a relationship. It's about you getting well, taking care of yourself, getting serious, taking your goals, your dreams, your well-being serious. Like, I don't know why I'm getting, like, some of you could have been just not taking life serious and being kind of a crash out kind of energy, like Kyo here, like just kind of being a crash out, and then just really cleaning up your act and wanting more for yourself. When you're lonely, reach out to people that are kind to you. Reach out to people who are good to you. Reach out to people who love you, you know? It doesn't have to be a lover that you get emotional support from. It doesn't even have to be anybody. Be okay with yourself, you know? Make that relationship with you, your body. Create that safety and trust within yourself before you try to create it with somebody else, right? So let's get some self-care. That got heavy really fast, right? It's like, yeah. Like, I feel like you're locking in. You are not messing around. I don't know why I'm hearing pile 3. Pile 3 is messing around. Like, I don't know why I'm getting the other piles. The other pile's messing around a bit. Both of them in different ways. We'll see. We'll get to that. But let's focus on you. What's some self-care that my pile number ones can do over the year to take good care of themselves? And this is going to be closing out the reading. What's some good self-care? Connect with the earth. Interesting. Yeah, like, I don't know why I was getting stop and smell the roses. Like, take that moment to pause. I was really getting that strongly. Like, take your breaks. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Rest is so important with maintaining your energy. You need energy to accomplish things, to take action. You need to be eating well so that can also provide you energy. Connect with the earth. Yeah, just see, you're really buckling down You're really buckling down, and I feel like you have so much fire within that it's like you do kind of need to calm down. It's like there are moments where you need to kind of like take it easy, take a rest, connect with the earth, ground yourself. Like we were just talking about, trust and safety within. Not just kind of impulsively like go, 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 go. Like it doesn't have to be impulsive and reckless, you know? It doesn't have to be that. It can be strategic. It can be calming, relaxing. I'm seeing you going and getting massages. I'm seeing you take really good care of yourself. I'm just seeing you. It's like this person rubbing their own feet. You can kind of tell, like she's like the way that it's like bent, rubbing her own feet, rubbing her own palms, rubbing, you know, I don't know where those hands are coming from, but it's like rub your own neck. Like some of you might not really massage your body, and that could be a really good technique for kind of maybe saying affirmations like I am beautiful, and like rubbing your body and like connecting with your body. There's really an element here of like loving yourself unconditionally. I do this for myself. I take this action towards self-care because I truly deserve it. Drink tea, okay? Like I get this is all very calming things to do. Not everything in this deck is like super calming. Like there's definitely more fiery energies that are coming through, but it doesn't seem to want you to do that. When it comes to your self-care, this is all about pausing, resting, creating centeredness. Is that a word? You know, finding center, I guess. Drinking tea, relaxing, taking a deep breath of fresh air. All right, we have aromatherapy. As soon as I said take a deep breath, you know, and make sure your space is clean. Make sure your space smells good. You deserve that as well. I'm also seeing like adventuring, right? It's like going to these new cities and like getting to smell air in different cities. You know, and that's the thing. It's like I remember, so when I'm in Houston, but whenever I was like 16, 17 or something, I went to visit my older sibling in Portland, Oregon. And dude, the air was so crisp and delicious and just like, oh my God, it was so good. And then coming back to Houston and it's like, it's so humid and like, blah. I love my city, but man, you know, it's like getting to adventure and see these new places, breathe in the air. I'm also getting, like I said, or I was going to say donuts, or like I'm seeing you like smell like bakery food, like sweets. I'm seeing like just like being more connected with your body and like the five senses. You know, we have taste here, drink tea, we have smell, we have touch. You know, the only thing we're missing is what, like sound and what's the other one? Sight. But you will be sightseeing is what I'm getting. Like you will be hearing new things as well. So interesting. Meditate. Yeah, it's like this is about pausing. The best way to take care of yourself is to make sure you're prioritizing rest, pausing, meditation, centering yourself is coming through very strongly, especially if you are prone to, like I said, like this pessimism, this kind of maybe grumpiness, this kind of, you know, it's like you're gonna need to take a deep breath sometimes. You know, so that is what I'm getting for you. Pile number 1. This was wonderful. Happy New Year. Thank you for being part of the Neptunian channel. I really do hope that these messages were helpful. I hope that they resonate for you. And I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. And I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. All right. See ya. Bye. but you gotta give me one card. Thank you. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose Shigure and Batsmaru. So welcome to your reading. So I did have to kind of look up Shigure's whole thing because he was not my favorite. Okay, don't come for me. But he was not my fave. Just simply because he was so like creepy and pervy. Like I was just like, it just bugged me. But I had to kind of look into his story again because I couldn't remember, like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I couldn't remember anything. And so it talks about his relationship with Akito. And for those of you who have not seen the show, it is a very kind of, I would say, a toxic connection. Like, it feels like trauma bonding is what I'm kind of getting here. And I feel like it is important to discuss here because I just kept getting like an energy of the themes of 2026 for you, pile 2, is like a cleansing. I was getting like a cleansing. So I don't know what this means for everybody. It might vary, but I'm just getting like a cleansing. And then we had taking control come out. So I see you taking control, carrying nature as well. And it talks about how like you are your own first priority. And we'll read those cards in a moment. But, overall, I am getting somebody walking away. It's either walking away from a very toxic connection. I do see that, where it's like taking back control of your life, getting out of a really nasty connection that's just not for you. Or it could even be you and this person, because at the end of the day, Shigure and Akito do end up together, but they had to do a lot of really bad things together, manipulative things together, in order to like have a curse become broken. So I know spoilers, guys, but I'm so sorry. This show's been out for a long time. I'm sorry if it's spoilers, but it's interesting. So I'm kind of getting, that's why I feel like it's gonna vary here, where it's like, I think that some of you might be able to move forward with a willing partner, like with somebody who can recognize that, look, we may have overstep boundaries and we may have created like a toxic space for us, but I want to work on this and heal this with you. So it's like somebody who's like willing to like do this cleanse with you, willing to address the toxicity. I feel like that's what this year is about, is addressing levels of toxicity. And so whether that means walking away or figuring it out with this person and creating a healthier space with this person, either way, it's just very healing. I see a lot of just clearing out toxicity and really recognizing patterns, recognizing behaviors that are not okay. Like putting your foot down, taking control. That's what this year is about. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So we have taking control. I cannot control how people treat me, interact with me, or communicate with me. I only control my own actions and responses. I will not be affected by how others view me. Instead, I will embrace my own self-love and self-assurance for guidance. Yeah, like this could have been a connection that really made you doubt yourself. Like you didn't have a lot of self-assurance when it came to this relationship, because I feel like this could have been somebody who was always kind of tearing at your confidence as well. And it's like, I think there were times when you wanted to help this person, you wanted to understand why they were the way they were, or maybe some of you, like I said, trauma bonding, it came from very early on, like early ages, that you just like were together at very young ages before you could recognize the patterns, before you could recognize that this bond wasn't created from a healthy space, it was created from trauma. And it's like you're recognizing that you need to take control here. Like it's up to you to change this circumstance, whether or not it's with this person, without this person. For a lot of you here, I feel like it's walking away. Like for a lot of you here, I feel like it's prioritizing yourself, putting yourself first, and just not looking back, like really getting out of a situation. Especially we have the Seven of Swords in reverse here, which to me talks about like getting out of a deceptive situation. And I am getting like, I was hearing cheating. So it's like, I don't know if there was cheating on your side, on their side, but I just feel like this whole connection was not very good for you. For some of you, this is very small percentage, but this could even be like a parent. I know that that's strange, but to switch it to that, but it's like, I am getting like where it's like the relationship was bonded through trauma. It was bonded through like an expectation, or like, yeah, like an expectation of like, you have to take care of me, I'm your parent, or you have to be in my life because I'm your parent. And I think that there could have been, it was just a very toxic connection, and you just kind of had to make that decision that you're taking back control of your life. So just walking away from things that are deceptive, that are manipulative, because here's the thing too, is like what I was also getting just energetically as I was pulling the cards is almost like, because you were with somebody who is toxic, like I really feel like there's somebody here, whether it's a lover or a partner, doesn't matter. It's just like this person has a deep effect on you. This person is also, because it's an unfair playing field when you are around a manipulative, toxic person, you also play unfair. Like you start to become toxic yourself. Like you pick up toxic behaviors because I don't know if it's like a self-defense or if it's just like a habit, or, you know, like a mimicking thing that I think we all kind of do when we're in social circles, is like we kind of mimic each other. And so I kind of get that just being around this person, it's like tainted your energy. It's just created this toxicity within you that now you are having to like cleanse and work through and take back control and be like, this is not who I am. This is not what I believe in. And exactly with Temperance, you know. Ooh, yeah, Temperance, just cleansing, finding your balance here. Finding your equilibrium, just becoming once again balanced in who you are as a person. Like I feel like this connection made you into something that you're not. This connection made you do things, say things, react in ways that like were not who you truly are at a soul level. I will always aim to be sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, and kind. However, I will avoid expending my own mental health and happiness for the sake of others. My first priority is me. And that too, I am getting like, these very toxic people could have made you feel very selfish. Anytime you took time for yourself, anytime that you were pouring into yourself, you know, they could have been very possessive and toxic and controlling. This could have been somebody very, very controlling. And I feel like you are finally taking the reins. You're saying, give me that. That's what I was hearing. I was like, give me that. Like, you are yanking the reins out of this person's hand and you're saying, I don't want to go down that road. I want to go down my road. Based on my morals, my values, because guess what? They don't align with yours. Like, I feel like you are removing yourself from just toxic people, places, things. And it's beautiful, because guess what? Your mental health has been affected because of this. Like, I strongly get, not only have you, it's created toxicity within yourself, but it's because you're not really in alignment with who you know yourself to be, who you deserve to be. It's created this, I feel like, a depression. It's created a sadness. It's created like a mental, like your mental health just not being very well. Because it's hard to live the way that maybe this toxic person lives or expects you to live. And I feel like with the High Priestess here, you could have really ignored this for a long time. And that's okay. Like, I feel like a lot of you here were like children when this relationship with this toxic person began. And it could even be, like I said, your parent. So it's just like, there was just nothing that you could really do to defend yourself without the knowledge. You just didn't know. You just didn't know, and you have to kind of forgive yourself for that. Just like, I didn't know better, and now I do, and now I don't want to be involved in this, and I want to cleanse this space. And for some of you, maybe this other person is ready to grow as well, but it's really up to your own discernment. Is this person really telling the truth? You know, are they being genuine? If this person has a pattern of being deceptive and lying, I don't think they should go with you. You know, it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know, and it's like, you don't deserve to be put in a position where somebody might be promising you something or telling you that, you know, this is what I'll do, without really doing it. You know, like, will this person really change? High Priestess, listen to your intuition. I feel like you've been ignoring your intuition. Like, there could have been a lot of red flags. There could have been a lot of moments that you had with these people, places, things, that it created like warning bells in your head. It made you uncomfortable. It created I feel like it fed into like it could even be like I don't want to say it. I don't know why I don't want to say it. Like, some of you really did not like yourself or love yourself, and it's like you were willing to put yourself in places because of that. Because you just were like, I don't care. I deserve this. Or, you know, like, there was just a thought process of like self-sabotaging, not listening to your intuition, allowing certain things to go on around you that you knew were not okay. Maybe you knew this person was cheating. Maybe you had an idea. Maybe they did it in the past, kind of thing. And it's like, you knew there were things going on and you were ignoring it. I don't know why with like a parent, it's like you could have known your parent was cheating on another parent. There's something like that where it's like you might have been keeping secrets for people and just like putting yourself in really uncomfortable positions that were like compromising your morals, your values, who you know yourself to be. Ten of Wands. You don't have to carry this. That's the thing. It's like, I feel like somebody has put a lot of like control over you of like, I expect you, like this could even just be like a really misogynistic partner. Like if this is a traditional like male female relation or heteronormative relationship, right? It's like I'm just seeing like a misogynistic, toxic man who expects you to cook and clean and to look amazing and to take care of the kids and to also pay half of the bills, or you know what I mean? It's like they undervalue you, they treat you horribly, but it's like you take it on with this Ten of Wands. Like you could have really carried that weight for so long. It could even be a parent, like I said, where a parent is telling you, you have to be the perfect son or daughter, you have to be the perfect person, you have to just go to school and get perfect grades and make a perfect job with a bunch of money, and like you have to, give me grandkids, maybe you don't even want kids. It's just like just a lot of control that was being had over you and your life, and like what your role is in life. Like this is your, like it's almost like these people were like, this is your pull of life, like these are your cards, live the life, take it. Like these people were just so controlling, and I feel like you finally are like, I love the Ten of Wands in reverse because I just always see somebody like throwing those wands off of their back, and it's like all of that back pain, all of that like the wear and tear of like having to hold this, having to carry this, and like for so long, and just finally being free, finally getting it off of your shoulders, off of your back, and just to feel like powerful and like to stand up tall and to say like, I'm not taking your shit anymore. It's a beautiful moment, and I feel like 2026 is your year for this, where it's just like, I'm taking back control. Ooh, productivity. Exactly. And that's what I was getting into as well, where it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was just talking about, where it's like this person was expecting you to be productive in order to have value to me, to this life. You need to work harder, you need to do more, you need to like, I'm hearing somebody like yell at you, like, give me money, which is just so, like, it's gross. Like, even if it's your parents, it's like, I feel like you are literally like struggling with your mental health, and this person doesn't care because they just expect you to work. And it's like, no more. Like, you're putting your foot down. You're saying, my first priority is me. Let's go ahead and read this here. It says, my worth is not based on my productivity, and it never has been. I do not need to take actions to prove that I belong. All babies are worthy, and they cannot in truth care for themselves. We all came into this world worthy without production. That is beautiful, especially because I'm coming back to Shigure, where it's like Akito made him jump. It's like Akito was like jump, and it's like Shigure was like, how high? Like, it's like bark for me, he would bark. It's just like it was this energetic proving, like I have to prove myself to this person. So no matter if it was a lover or a family member, like a parent, it's like this person made you like almost like perform or jump, or like it's like you had to prove your worth to this person, instead of like just somebody who accepts you, loves you because you are you, and because you exist, because you are already worthy. It's like, I don't need you to prove to me that you're worthy. These are people that like, I feel like they were never happy. These are people that are never happy. They always wanted more. And it was just like duplicitous. It was just manipulative. It was just because there was ulterior motives going on here. I feel like for a lot of you who it's like it was like a domestic situation, like a romantic situation, I should say. Like, this person wanted you to be busy with the housework, with the kids, with the job, because I feel like they had ulterior motives to like go cheat, to like go, like they wanted to keep you so busy that you couldn't even, like, it's like wouldn't even be on your radar what they're up to, what they're doing. It's like I'm seeing somebody with a gambling addiction as well. It's like they would go gamble, they would go cheat, they would go just mess around on the town while you are working your butt off, bending backwards just to stay afloat. But if it goes back to the parent situation, it's almost like that ulterior motive of like, these are people who might have wanted more for themselves and they were never like happy with like what they were dealt in life. So now it's like they kind of make you miserable, or it's like they kind of project their dreams onto you. They want to control your life, your outcome of like, this is what I expect and want for you. But it's like they never asked you, what do you want? Oh god, this is exhausting. I'm so sorry, pile 2. Like, I can't believe that you're dealing with this at all. Like, it's just you. I feel like you should be given so much more space to focus on you and like what you want and what do you want for this life. We only get this one life, right? I mean, I do believe in reincarnation. I do. Like, where does our soul go? But holy man, mackerel. It's like we only get this one life. It's like, for all we know, this is what we have. This is the time we have. So it's just like, why would we spend one more second than we have to with people who make us feel like this, you know? But some of you, you know, especially as like a parent, some of you, maybe that parent wants to go to therapy. Like, maybe they want to have group therapy with you. I don't know, where it's like some of these people, they also want to heal. They also want to change. Maybe some of these people, like, they do love you, but it's like they don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. They were never taught what that looks like, how to actually create that space. And they do need to do the work themselves. You cannot do the work for this person, but it's like, if you see that willingness, you know, I think it's also comes into play of like forgiving yourself, because we talked about like, you might have did things, said things that were not you, and it was coming from a place of like this trauma bond and like trying to get validation from this person. And so it's like that's not who I am, that's not me. But I forgive myself for that. You know, I forgive myself. I cleanse this out. It's not me. It's just not me, and I don't have to carry it. So it's like also maybe that other person is wanting to do the same. You know, where it's like, I was acting from a place of trauma. I was acting from a place of, you know, this or that, and I want to be better. But it has to take work. You know, it does have to take effort. It can't just be like, oh, I'm sorry about that, and then it's like they do the same thing again 2 weeks later. I don't know. Let's see what we got. Mother Nature. Okay, the earth is my provider and I receive life from her. I use her water and food to nourish my body and brain. Nature leads me towards acceptance and peace. And I didn't mention it to this pile, but I wanted the cards to align. So that's how I've been reading it, is like kind of aligning the tarot with these oracle cards. And so just the fact this Temperance is aligning with Mother Nature, I feel like you are going to be going outside a lot more. Like, I just see somebody like taking walks. Like, I see somebody clearing their head. Like, it's like you're just prioritizing your mental health and like doing what feels right to you. Also kind of doing the hard stuff too, because it's like, you know, it's not all just like bubble baths and taking walks, like especially when it comes to mental health. It's like also kind of pushing yourself, you know, pushing yourself to like take your medicine, pushing yourself to see a therapist or a doctor, pushing yourself to like make as much progress as you can. You know, don't push yourself too hard where it's just like, you know, it kind of triggers you or makes you worse, you know, but it's like, do what you can. Make that call to, you know, a low income clinic and get on their waiting list. A lot of places like low income clinics, they do have therapy, but it's like you have to be on a waiting list for a little while. But it's like, be patient. Temperance is also a card of patience. But it's like, this is about nourishing your soul, nourishing your body, nourishing your brain, taking just beautiful care of yourself after not really being prioritized by another person. It's like another person was devaluing you, not prioritizing you, trying to take control of you. And it's like you finally kind of remove those chains. And I think you're kind of learning how to mother yourself. And some of you, if this is your mother, this is your parent, you know, it's like learning how to reparent yourself, learning how to, you know, accept yourself, create this space of peace for yourself, and utilizing the earth around you to do so. Like I said, going outside, taking that walk. I'm also seeing water. I feel like water is going to be very important in healing. I don't know why I'm not really into religion or like organized religion, but I am seeing like, what is it called? Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. It's so funny. Baptism. Sorry. I am seeing like baptism. Like some of you, maybe that's something you're interested in. I don't know, but it's like cleansing yourself with water. You know, going to a fresh water, going to a lake, even an ocean, of course, but it's just like going to water. That could be really healing for you. Okay, bottom of the deck. Yep, we have this 10 of Swords. We do have this water cycle. Like the earth, I am made of water. That's so interesting. And that's this whole reading has been about cleansing. It's about water. It's just like spending time in water. Okay, so like the earth, I am made of water flowing through my veins. Just like the rain that falls down only to be carried back up, my body too is a cycle. Every sip revitalizes me and brings me a sense of gratefulness. Like, I just feel like you are going to feel so much better. Like, I feel like you're going to be drinking your water. You're going to be like more active. I don't know why, like I'm getting like going on walks and such. And I just feel like you're gonna feel so much more free. And I feel like you're gonna be more connected with yourself. I'm hearing Rain on Me by Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga. I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. There's an energy of gratefulness there where it's like, I went through hell. I just went through something horrible. I just had to kind of realize and wake up from, I feel like it felt like a dream, like you were just ignoring the red flags, ignoring this intuition. You were living in a bubble. I'm hearing girl in the bubble as well. And it's like finally that bubble popped and it's like, this is what's actually happening. Like, I don't know why, I feel like some of you are gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge about like toxic patterns or toxic behaviors. Like I'm hearing like different books where it's like Codependent No More. I'm hearing the book Why Does He Do That, where it's like about different kind of abusive men or abusive behaviors, like types of abusive people. And so it's like, I just feel like because you've gained that knowledge, it's like it's been the key here of taking back control of your life. And it's like forgiving yourself. Like, I didn't know better. I forgive myself. I move forward. Oh, I just see somebody so free. It's just like somebody in the, you know that video of like Drew Barrymore? Or Drew Barrymore, she goes out in the rain and she's just like a little kid playing in the rain. Like, you're gonna feel like a kid again. You're gonna feel so connected with yourself. and who you are. I feel like you neglected yourself while you were in this connection. You know, you could have had parents that taught you to neglect yourself, and it's just like, I just see you taking back control and cleansing out this energy, and it feels so freaking good. And you're gonna feel so grateful. With this Ten of Swords, though, I am getting your mental health is gonna still have some ups and downs, and I really do feel like you might need to get some professional assistance. And there's like no shame in that. I have professional assistance, you know, I have therapy, I take medication. I definitely have struggled with all kinds of stuff here, and so it's just like don't expect it to just be this perfect cleanse. Don't expect it to fix all your problems, everything just disappears kind of energy, like all of the toxicity is over and done with. Like, it's not gonna be magic like that where it's just like poof and it's gone. You are gonna feel a lot more freedom, but you're also gonna feel grief, okay? You're going to feel grief. Like, let yourself cry. Like, I don't know why the way that he's just like laying there, it looks like somebody just like crying into their pillow, especially with the energy of the Ten of Swords. It's a lot of heaviness, and it's also like, this talks about mental health, you know, where it's just like, it's very heavy and you don't have to carry it all by yourself. That's a really important thing. It's like, you don't have to carry it by yourself. You can get help, you can get assistance when you need it. Like, I truly owe my therapist like so much credit for a lot of this healing that I've done within like the past year or so. Like, I could not have done it without her, like, truly. And it's not to say anything negative about myself, but it's like, these are trained professionals, you know, like, these are people who know their shit. They recognize the patterns. They can hear you say something and just immediately kind of click in of like what's going on, and like, and get you the help that you need. So it's like, don't be afraid of it. This could be part of the cleansing. This could be part of the reparenting yourself. Is like, if you had a child that needed help like with their mental health, what would you do? How would you take care of them? How would you approach that situation? You know, I really hope it wouldn't be through neglect, you know, like, do not neglect this. You deserve it. You deserve it. So let's go into your love aspects of 2026. We have no good ones. There is someone out there for you. Don't let this false belief make you miss out. So this is something I feel like very common after you get out of a really toxic relationship, after you kind of maybe grow up with very toxic parents that didn't show you a healthy example of love. You can kind of get to this place of like, love doesn't exist. There's no good ones out there. Everybody will be just like this person. But I feel like this is kind of like a negative self-talk that you have created. This is a false belief that you've created, and there are definitely good people out there. There are gems out there. There are people who will worship the ground you walk on. There are people that will not force you to prove yourself to them. They're not going to sit there and make you, you know, get on your knees and bark like a dog. Like, they're not going to do that to you. They're not going to humiliate you in that way. They're not going to, like, there's so many better people out there, and it's just like, you have to listen to that intuition. Definitely use the discernment, pay attention to the red flags, absolutely, but do not generalize everybody into this umbrella of like toxicity. Like, everybody's gonna be toxic. Everybody probably does have trauma, I will give you that. Everybody probably has their own unique, insane trauma that we're all dealing with. But it's really depends on how they choose to handle it, you know? And that's what you need to pay attention to. How are they handling their life? How do they take care of themselves? Does it align with my values, my beliefs? Bottom of the deck, we also have this, soulmate only. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. So I feel like you could just really be obsessive maybe about this person that you're releasing, of like, they're the only one for me, or I just wanted to change them. Like, some of you really wanted this person to change with you, and you could be really holding on. But it's like I just said, you probably have a bunch of soulmates out there. There's not just one. There are going to be people that align with you, that you connect with, that actually nourishes your soul. Could you imagine a connection like that? That's just like actually gives you what you need. I feel like you have been taught to neglect yourself, and especially in a relationship. So it's like, can you imagine a connection that doesn't put you through that does not neglect you? It's out there. It's out there, honey. And you could have this energy of like, maybe it's like a belief that I want to be with someone forever, but it's like, maybe you just need to be with people that nourish you for the time being. And maybe if that connection doesn't nourish you any longer, then it's like, okay, I release that and I go to another person. Like, I don't know, there's like an attachment wound where it's like you clinging very tightly to one person. Maybe it's an abandonment wound where it's like you just don't want to be abandoned. And so that's something to work on, you know, that's something for, you know, themes of this year to kind of look at. Like, why do I have such a hard time releasing? Why am I like holding on so tightly? You know, neglect and abandonment go hand in hand, right? Oh wow, pile 1 pulled this as well, connect with the earth. But I'm strongly getting that with you too. We have Mother Nature. The earth is my provider. I receive life from her. I use her water and food to nourish my body and brain. Nature leads me towards acceptance and peace. Like, I feel like I said, I see you going on strolls. Like, I see you going on walks. I see you taking a deep breath. Pile 1 had similar energies, but how can my pile number 2s take care of themselves in the upcoming year? And this is going to be closing out the reading here. Oh, I don't know if I can show it, but we have the SEX card. I feel like I should cover it, but I don't know with what. I want to use cinnamon roll. Okay. So we have the SEX card. I'm gonna cover the word too, because I don't know if YouTube is chill like that. Not my voice like cracking. Oh my god. I feel like you are gonna be very excited to maybe hook up, okay? Like if you're becoming single for the first time in a while, you know, you could be having a lot of fun. You could be getting out there. I feel like you're gonna be having like really good times where it's just like very healing. Like this, it's gonna be, oh my god, I feel like you're so free, and so you're making better decisions about partners. And so it's like, these are partners that are actually gonna like do the aftercare. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna help you clean yourself up. They're gonna make sure that you CUM. They're gonna make sure that like afterwards you guys like cuddle, because that also releases like good stuff when you cuddle afterwards. Like, these are people that are gonna prioritize like aftercare, and like they're gonna make you, I think like through SEX you're gonna realize that how much better you can be treated. Like, it just depends on the person. Like, you're gonna have these different experiences sexually that it's just like, it's gonna like show you that like relationships are just like this, where it's just like there's so much variety and everybody's different, and it's just like you have to kind of find the person that fits for you. I definitely think you could have been neglected sexually too, and it makes me so angry for you, because I feel like you put up with it and you were just like, oh, it's fine. You know, you were just like, you let this person neglect you and your needs were not being met. This is crazy because pile freaking number 1 pulled this too. And I was getting with that, like, stop and smell the roses, like, stop, like, taking deep, deep breaths. And now, bottom of the deck, I'm seeing energy work, like, taking deep breaths. Really just, it's about centering yourself. It's about getting into alignment. It's about finding peace. Like, with temperance here especially, it's just, like, really prioritizing your peace, cleansing your space. We also have intuition, absolutely. So this is coming through as how to take care of yourself in 2026, is use your intuition. You know when something doesn't feel right. Listen to this. I feel like some of you here who chose this are water signs, and like my water sign babies, listen to your intuition. You are so incredibly intuitive, as well as like I'm getting Libra placements, Aquarius. Like, I'm just getting like you guys are so much more intuitive than you even realize, but it's like you've neglected to listen to yourself. You've neglected to pay attention to what your inner voice is saying and telling you. Your inner voice could have been screaming at different times in this relationship, like, we need to get out of here. This isn't for us. And you could have completely ignored those flags. Some of you need to like meditate and like go within and like kind of do a meditation of like, what is my perfect partner? Like, and maybe even make a list of like, these are the traits that I want in a partner. And it doesn't have to be like brown hair, he needs to have muscles, like, you know, like, not, I don't really feel like a lot of like physical stuff, but it's like, I want a partner who rubs my feet, you know. I want a partner who will run their fingers through my hair. I want a partner who will cook for me. It's just like having fun with it and like getting excited about the kind of people that you can connect with. Like just prioritizing more like of what do you want? What are you looking for? What works for you? Your priority is you. You're your first priority. We also have use your hands. I don't know why. I feel like some of you are very talented with your hands. And I don't know what that means. Like some of you could become a masseuse. Some of you are like want to create pottery or like like do different kind of craft projects with like clay. Some of you are just very talented. Some of you want to create candles as well, as what I'm getting, aromatherapy, like you, or perfumes. I don't know, there's just, I feel like you are focusing so much on yourself that it's like you're getting in touch with like different hobbies and things that you love to do now that you don't have this like control looming over your head of like, you should be doing this, you should be taking care of me, you should be doing blah 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 blah. It's like that is no longer a factor. What do you want to do? It's beautiful. I really love this energy, and I'm sending you so much healing on your journey. I just know 2026 is going to be amazing for you. You're gonna feel so much better. I'm also seeing somebody get into a hot tub. Like you really need to relax your body. I feel like you have put your body through a lot of neglect, and like I feel like you could have even ignored your intuition when it came to like, I need to, like, if you're cleaning the house and it's like your back starts hurting, it's like instead of just like taking a 5-10 minute break, it's like you push through and you ignore your intuition that's telling you to rest. It's kind of like that, neglecting your body, not listening to yourself of like, okay, this is what I need. Give yourself what you need. Don't be ashamed of your needs. So I just feel like you're gonna feel so much better physically, mentally, spiritually even, because like I said, this was kind of killing this part of you that knew that this isn't who you are, this isn't in alignment. So I'm so proud of you. This is a huge deal. This is a beautiful sight to behold. Spirit has your back here. They are willing to communicate with you as long as you're listening. Okay, so I'm gonna close it out. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, guys. Love, light, protection, blessings, peace, all the good stuff. Bye. Just one, please. Welcome, pile number 3s, to your reading. So you chose Moma G and Pom Pom Purin. And if you have been around, you know I love Moma G. He is one of the best characters. I just adore him. One thing about his personality, and I do think it has to do with this reading here, is there's an element of people pleasing. Okay, there's an element of maybe lacking some self-confidence, and kind of believing that the only thing you're good at is like taking care of other people, or just like being there for other people, you know, building everybody else's spirits up, like lifting everybody else up, but you're kind of struggling yourself. And it's like, you know, you could struggle maybe asking for help. Here is what I'm getting. You could have a really hard time saying no to people, but it's like you have learned to put your needs last. You know, you have learned that in order to be valued by others, you have to like give and give and give. And so I feel like this is the year that you are kind of unlearning this. You're working to unlearn this and to kind of push yourself into more of an energy of like prioritizing yourself, which was also like a theme of pile number 2. And I do feel a small connection to pile number 2 here, where it's just like overall just like it, because I think both you and pile 2 have learned to put yourself last, to not take care of yourself. But I think the difference between you and pile 2 here is like, I don't think that you have a super like toxic person like close to you, where it's like pile number 2 was really deeply involved in what I believe just to be a toxic relationship with either a partner or a parent. But I don't really get that for your energy. Like, I don't think that this is something that has been draining you, or like a specific person. I think that it's like wherever you go, like this is just how you have learned how to show up for other people. Like this is an internal thing where it's like, I am only valued if I, you know, make sure the house is clean and take care of everybody else. But then when it comes to like, I need to take a shower, I need to groom myself, I need to like Maybe you want to, I don't know, run errands or just like go to school, or I don't know what it may be, but it just doesn't seem to ever get done because you're so busy taking care of everybody else. Like there's levels of codependency is what I'm getting. But I see you really, like growing up. Like that's the thing with Momiji throughout the series is like when you first meet Momiji, he's pretty young. They're all very young, but it's like Momiji's more of the younger one of the group. And you really get to see him almost like become a man, like he really comes into himself and grows into this person that's just like so like grounded and self-confident. And like I think he becomes somebody who learns how to love himself better. And he ends up one theme of his character is, sorry, I feel like I'm struggling. I'm really hungry, and I do have food that's on the way, but I'm just like, I'm dying. So I might have to pause this in the middle of the reading as well, just to go take some bites of the food and then come back once it gets here. So like one thing with Momiji is that he is really in love with the main protagonist of the show. He's in love with Toru. He's just like, but he's like the younger one, right? So it's like she really doesn't even consider him as an option. I personally don't think, I don't think she really ever considers Momiji that way. I think she sees him more like a little brother. And it's this unrequited love situation. So for some of you, that can also be something that's going on where it's like you really love somebody, but it's unrequited. And it's like you're learning through this year how to make new bonds. Like you're learning how to expand, you're growing, it's like, I feel like you're growing up. I don't know. It's like some of you are really becoming grown up, and or just like not even growing up, because some of you it's like, I'm getting like a late bloomer where it's like you could be a bit older in life, but it's like you're finally learning certain things about like setting boundaries and saying no and putting yourself first that nobody ever really taught you before. Some of you, like I said, you could be releasing a connection that's very one-sided. It's unrequited here, and kind of leaving that in 2025 and welcoming in new bonds. So it says, healthy relationships are forthcoming in my near future. When I least expect it, I will welcome new flourishing people into my life. I manifest positive meetings, conversations, and introductions, and relinquish this control to the universe. Yeah, it's like, I feel like you're kind of turning it over to the universe as well, where you're like, okay, fine, I will release this person that I do feel like you've been a bit obsessive about. And it's like, I don't deserve this. Like, because some of you, this is like an aspect of like not being confident, like feeling like there's no one else out there or something, and so it's like you're gonna be exploring new options. You're gonna realize, wow, I was so focused on this one thing, but look at how many fish are in the sea kind of thing. And I feel like you're also like it says, letting it go to the universe of just like, all right, like this is what I want, spirit. Like I want a healthy relationship. I want somebody who wants me. I want a connection that is equal. And you're just kind of letting go of control and just saying, bring it to me. I release this request into the universe and I wait patiently, just knowing that it's on the way and not accepting anything less than that as well. I welcome new, flourishing people into my life. Like you deserve somebody who raises you up as well. Like I feel like you're such a person that like lifts spirits, and you make people smile, you make people laugh, and like nobody appreciates it. And I just kind of get this energy of like, somebody coming in and finally appreciating you, somebody really being there for you as well, like taking care of you instead of you always taking care of everybody else. It's beautiful. And like I feel like I kind of went on a tangent with pile 2 as well, where it's just like pile 2 is really stuck on that person as well, and it wasn't healthy, right? It was a really toxic situation. And so it's just like, I feel like I went on this whole rant of like, there's so much better people out there. There's people that will kiss the ground you walk on, you know, and you could have just been like accepting this unrequited situation, thinking that this is what you deserve, this one-sided thing, telling yourself from low self-esteem, like, this is what I deserve, but it's not. With the star here, I feel like you're healing. I feel like you're rebuilding. I feel like you're rebuilding a lot of hope for like connection, and I don't know, I feel like you're not putting a lot of pressure on the universe to like bring me a romantic partner right now. Like, I don't think that that's like your whole priority of like, but it is coming through as just like themes of 2026 of like manifesting healthier, healing connections, whether it is romantic, friendship. I'm even getting like work, like healthier work relationships. I don't know what that means, but it's like you're learning how to say no. That's what it is. So it's like, even in your job, you could have gone above and beyond. You could have pushed yourself to exhaustion at your job, and you're learning how to pull back and to know your limits, set boundaries, and to say no when you don't want to do something. And it's just because you are doing those things, it's attracting healthier people that also do the same. Yeah, the star, it's like, I feel like there was a part of you that was ready to give up. I think there was a part of you that was really feeling burdened, I think, because it's like you were taking on so much. But I just feel like finally you've given into like this hope of like, I will meet someone or people, I will make friends, I will have connections that make me feel hopeful again. Like, I don't know, I just feel like you're giving it to the universe. You're giving it over to God, whatever you believe in. You're giving it over. You're letting go of this control of just like, I know what I deserve, I know what I want, and that's my standard, that's my boundary, and otherwise, like, other people can stay out. And it's just like, since you're following those boundaries, the universe is going to bring you those people. It's just very fun to see. So I did go and eat real quick, but I'm back, so I'm a bit refreshed. Just going back over what was going on here. So yeah, I feel like Spirit is going to be bringing you new connections. I just feel like these connections are going to restore a lot of faith for you, like create a very healing energy for you. Because for some reason, I feel like you were very stuck in this situation where it was just like kind of pining over somebody, or like really wanting a situation to work out that was just very like one-sided. But not only that, I don't know why, but I feel like if you did have like this crush on somebody, it would take a lot of your energy and time. I don't know why that's coming through, where it's like, this would affect your friendships. It would affect like your ability to kind of put yourself out there with your friends. I don't know why that's coming through. I'm also getting like being very disappointed by friends in the past, where it's like, you would put in so much effort, you would do so much for somebody, and you wouldn't understand why that person like didn't appreciate it. But it's because you were like over giving, you know? And it's like, did that person ask you to do that? Or are you just kind of going out of your way and then being resentful? Like, I think that you've learned now to like put your energy where you want to, saying no when you want to, not just like over giving from a place of like thinking that if you do so much for somebody, it's like they're never gonna leave, or they're going to just appreciate you so much. Like having those expectations when it's like some people just don't appreciate you. Some people just don't see you maybe the same way if it's like a crush that's unrequited there. So I really want to reveal this card because I did want the cards to align here. Boundless joy. This is such a perfect card for Momaji. Like, I feel like you're still connected to this inner child and trying to make space for more fun and enjoyment in your life. But at the same time, like, you're growing. And that's also a difference between, I think, you and pile 2, where it's like, I think that you are coming from more of like a youthful space where it's like you were still growing, like you're still kind of evolving, and it's almost like an age thing is what I'm getting, where it's like for some of you here, it's like you're getting to a point where it's like, yeah, you're still young and having fun, but at the same time, like, I'm getting older and I know better now and I know what I want. It's like I'm not just like a naive kid anymore. Really growing into yourself. So it says, happiness is a wonderful state, but unpleasant emotions are a beautiful scenic path to greater joy soon to come. These ebbs and flows allow me to appreciate the good times. I will remember my joy is abundant and never ending. So I'm getting 2026, you will be receiving opportunities, I think financially. I'm hearing multiple streams of income, very interesting. I'm hearing, yeah, a new job opportunity. And I just feel like you're really going to appreciate this career because it like also helps you see yourself as more grown up or like evolving. It's like, oh wow, like I have this opportunity. Like it just kind of shows that like I deserve it and I'm at this point in my life where I can invest. Like I feel like you've gone without. You've been without certain things. Like I feel like specifically like money, you've been without here. I just feel like your energy used to be so low as well because you're always trying to go above and beyond for everybody. Ugh. And so it's like, you know what it's like to feel better with these boundaries. You know that it's like you know to appreciate this growth because you've been without. You know to appreciate this job opportunity because you've been without. And this card, I did read it earlier, and that's also where a lot of the messages were coming through of yes and no. I am always allowed to say the word no, even to people that I love. To say yes all the time may lead to exhaustion and mental fatigue. I can help others, but I must also help myself preserve my energy. And that's interesting. I was just talking about like that low energy level. Is like you could have been so drained and just giving and giving. You know, preserve your energy. It's okay to do that. Know your limits. You know, have you ever actually thought about it? Like, what are my boundaries? What are my boundaries? What am I like okay with? What am I not okay with? You know, what are they? Like really sit with yourself, ask yourself, so that especially for people like me, I get kind of nervous in the moment, you know, I can get anxious in the moment and like I tend to people please as well. And so, you know, that's something where I have to know myself before I get into situations where I I ask myself, okay, what am I really comfortable with here? So that in the moment you are ready to say no when you need to. That you're not just caught off guard of like, oh, like, what do I want? You know, and you're kind of stuck in that moment of like processing, and then maybe you don't really do something that like, or you do something that you didn't really want to do. Or you're just so used to saying yes, 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 especially if it's like a loved one. That's really hard to say no to your loved ones. You know, a lot of my family is like, we don't have a lot of wealth, right? It's like we grew up poor, and you know, a lot of my family members still struggle with money, and it's so hard to not just want to like give all your paycheck to your family, but it's like you have to be able to say no. What are you comfortable with? Are these people capable as well? You know, like, kind of, are you enabling capable people? So it's just like, ask yourself what you're okay with. What makes you feel good when you're helping others as well? It's like, and that's one thing for me, it's like, I was really struggling with it because it's like, you kind of feel like you have to turn your empathy off when you're dealing with like people pleasing. You know, you have to like, cause your empathy is almost like on overdrive, where it's like you just give and give and give, and you know, bleeding heart to the point of exhaustion. Where was I going with that? Oh man. Yeah, I lost it. Oh my goodness. I mean, I was reiterating what I have been saying. So you're just so used to, like, you know, being the go-to person, or like let's say you've paid somebody's insurance or something for years and years and years, and suddenly you're like, wait, why am I paying your insurance? Or, you know, something like that. It's like, hold on, like, why did this fall onto me? It's like, because you just said yes to your loved ones without really considering what you're okay with. And that's another message here with the High Priestess. This was also a card that came out with pile 2. Once again, there are connections to pile 2. But I'm just really getting with the High Priestess in reverse, it talks about ignoring your intuition, you know, not listening to yourself. So it's like, you could, like, let's say your job asks you to work on the weekend, and you had plans for the weekend, and you just really want to rest, right? Like, your body is so tired, or, you know, you're just your whole body's screaming for rest, and you still agree to go into work. You know, why did you do that to yourself? Like, listen to yourself. I know that sometimes we like to just push ourselves that extra mile, but your body is sending you signals constantly, and we have to learn how to listen to it, especially as we get into older age, you know. And just knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries. I keep getting that. Listening to yourself. What do I want? That was coming through a lot in pile number 2. Like, what do I want? Prioritizing yourself. And bottom of the deck, let's kind of save that for last then, because bottom of the deck, you know, we have this caring nature that also came out in pile 2. I will always aim to be sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, and kind. However, I remember the message now. However, I will avoid expending my own mental health and happiness for the sake of others. My first priority is me. Like, okay, that's what I was trying to say earlier when I lost it. It was like, I was really struggling with, like, I still want to be like a helpful person. Like, what do you mean I'm like turning my empathy off? You know, it's like, I will still aim to be a sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, and kind. Like, how do I do that, but also like have my boundaries? Because to me, boundaries just felt very uncomfortable. It felt like, especially to my loved ones, you know, it's just so hard, like, to say no sometimes to your loved ones. And I'm like, how do I do that? And she literally was just saying, like, listening to yourself. What makes you feel good? Like, when you're helping somebody and like you feel good about that help that you provided, it's not just from a place of like validation, it's not just from a place of expectation, it's from a place of like, I know that this person needs help and I feel good about helping this person. You know what I mean? It's like, I know that this person isn't capable of taking care of themselves. I know that this person is struggling with this and this, and I feel good doing this. That's when you actually lean into that energy. Because like, you have that energy here where it's like, you are a big sweetheart. You know, you're a big cuddly toy. Like, I don't know why I'm getting like very huggable. Like, people might really love your hugs. Like, you give really good hugs here. That's so random, but that's coming through. And I just feel like this year you're learning how to embrace all of these really positive qualities about yourself, where it's like, you know, I am kind, I am empathetic, all these things, but I'm also those things to myself. I'm kind to myself. I'm sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate to myself as well. And if I'm exhausted, I'm going to be compassionate to myself and give myself the rest that I deserve. Like, this is the year you're learning how to be there for yourself. You're learning how to show up for yourself. You're learning how to prioritize yourself. But you're also maintaining your very obvious capabilities of being a good person, like a kind, loving person. Like, just because you have boundaries, it doesn't mean that you're like this strict evil person by any means. Like, and if anybody thinks that of you, they're definitely probably using the shit out of you, right? It's like they're trying to use you, because they're probably not getting what they want from you. Most people who love you want to respect your boundaries. Most people who want to maintain a relationship with you want to know what your boundaries are, because they don't want to cross that line with you, because they don't want to lose you. So I guess since we just did that bottom of the deck, we also had this 9 of Wands in reverse, which to me is like also releasing this kind of martyr energy, which I think is more so to do with this kind of, maybe it's coming because this is your love card, okay? And it's coming through addiction, and it talks about like obsession, being obsessed with someone. And I just feel like you are, you know, there's an energy of like martyrdom there, where it's like, I just accept that this person doesn't love me, but I'm still gonna like stay in this energy of like giving even though my needs are not being met. So I don't know why I feel like you're kind of letting go of that martyr energy of like, there's nothing I can do. Like, no, there is something I can do. I can go out there and have new bonds, you know? I can appreciate the joy that I'm feeling now in these new bonds as well, because I know what it's been like to kind of be beat down by this energy. Like, you're kind of giving up that, like, what is it called? Chip on my shoulder. Like, you're letting go of the chip on your shoulder. You're just like, I don't need to feel sorry for myself for staying in this unrequited situation, you know? Yeah, like, I'm just seeing somebody like wrapping up their wounds and letting them heal, and just being like, let's get back out there. Like, I'm not a victim of life. There's so much more life out here to live. All right, let's get into this. What is this? I'm so curious. Boundaries. No freaking way, dude. And the fact that I was like, I didn't do that for any of the other piles, but I was like, this one we should save for last, because that's all we've been talking about is freaking boundaries. Healthy boundaries keep my energy safe and allow me to live as my truest self. I deserve people in my life who love me and care about my limits and comforts. So those who respect my boundaries will receive my time. That's exactly what I was just talking about. It's like healthy people that like want to keep you safe, that care about you. It's like they want to know about your limits. They want to know what makes you comfortable. You know, it's like, and they want to cater to those things. And so it's like, I think that you've learned to just like put up with whatever behavior because you love certain people, or just like you've learned to like give and overgive, and to like, there's something about kind of like selling yourself where it's like you feel like you should like sell yourself a bit, where it's like you don't feel confident enough to just exist and to just show up and be like, I am valuable, I'm here. It's like, I feel like you were kind of trying to prove yourself. Yeah. And that's what was coming through in Bio freaking 2, where it was like, you know, that toxic person kept making them prove themselves to that, you know, to them. But I feel like it's more so with yourself. Like you keep trying to like prove yourself. Yeah, well, no, to other people as well. But it's like in general, it's not like a specific person. I mean, maybe for this addiction here, to this person, but But yeah, like boundaries, like I was just saying, boundaries does not make you cruel. Boundaries does not make you like stingy or boring. It's literally to keep your energy safe. And it's to, yeah, like give you that space to be yourself, to prioritize you, to get enough rest, to have your needs be met. 2 of Pentacles is all about balance. You know, not taking on more than you can chew. Not biting off more than you can chew, you know? It's usually about somebody juggling. And so when it's upright, it means that you're juggling this well. Like I just see this new year, you're going to be juggling your life, you know, just in a state of balance that you've never really been able to reach before, because you were so busy taking on so much on your plate. You were so busy juggling way too much. And finally, this is like the year that you're gonna be juggling what's important to you, what feels good to you, prioritizing yourself, your needs. And like even the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles here, it just shows like development. It shows that step by step you are growing. Like I really feel like you're like this, for some of you, this is like my younger people, where it's like you have been a bit naive in the past, and like you have kind of had that crush on that person, but it's like a childhood crush, you know, and it's like, okay, it's time to like grow up and make real connections, make healthy connections that give and take. There's a healthy give and take, you know, it's not all just me giving and them taking. All right, so yeah, let's move into the love portion. I mean, we already went over it a few times. You have addiction. You are either obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction. Get help. Some of you, I really feel like you should talk to your friends about, like, if this is an unrequited, one-sided connection, I think it would just really be helpful to talk to your loved ones and friends and just like be honest about it. And so, you know, be like, I really care about this person, but they don't feel the same. And it's painful for me and I'm having a hard time getting over it. And I feel like these are friends that are going to be really supportive and lift you up and maybe even take you out, introduce you to new people. So reach out to your friends. Like, I feel like they would be happy to assist, like happy to be there for you, because they probably recognize that this is painful. I'm sure other people can also relate to you, where it's like, you know, I've been in the same situation where I was head over heels with so-and-so and it didn't work out. And, you know, it happens all the time. Like being more forgiving of yourself, letting it go, because, you know, this is coming through as still like themes of 2026. So it's like, I feel like you're still kind of struggling thinking about this person, but it's like, kind of give them their role in your life, where it's like, you were my first crush or something like that, or, you know, second, third, whatever, whatever resonates with you. Like, you were a crush that I really care about, but it's like, I can't keep giving to this connection, especially if your needs aren't being met, especially if you're unhappy in this connection. It's okay to move on. It's okay to say no. I think that the other person might even understand. For some of you, you might be struggling with addiction if you are still continuing your people-pleasing patterns. So, you know, this year I feel like you're going to be really focused on overcoming these patterns, but it's still going to take control at certain times. Like, you know, it's a way that you have learned to exist, is like showing up in this way of like, what can I do for you? How can I serve you? How can I take care of everything around me? It's like, you're programmed this way. So it's like, give yourself some grace, because I feel like you will still fall into these patterns of like people pleasing. And I feel like some of you, especially if you're feeling lonely, like I'm getting a sense of loneliness here, especially Momoji. Yeah, like he's like, when he's having his crush on Toru, and it's just like, he really can't see anybody else. And it's like, he's so aware, he's so self-aware. It's like, it's crazy how self-aware he is, even as a kid, where it's just like, he knows that Toru doesn't feel that way with him, you know? Deep down, he knows that. And I feel like maybe as a way to handle this rejection or to handle this pain, you could be like drinking or smoking, or, you know, becoming dependent on some kind of substance to make yourself feel better, to kind of numb this pain. I feel like you will be challenged with that at times, where it's like, especially if you tell your, like, let's say you tell your friends about this whole situation and they're like, screw that person, like, let's go out, let's go get some drinks, and like you like get blacked out drunk, you know, it's give yourself some grace. Like, just make sure that you're not giving in to like addiction in order to like replace what feels like an addiction to like people pleasing. It's like, you know, that's not a healthy way to cope either. So just watch out, because I feel like you just have like an addictive behaviors, like where it's like, when you like somebody, you really like them, but whenever you get hurt, you get really hurt, and it's like, you don't know what to do with that pain all the time. And so you have that addictive behavior of like, I'm just gonna drown it out. We also have bottom of the deck criticizing. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. Okay. I feel like there's a part of you that's like criticizing new options that are coming in, especially because I feel like you're still like addicted to this other person. Like, you're comparing them a lot to this past person, where it's like, I don't like this about this person, I don't like this about this person. Like, I don't know, something about like hair as well is coming through, where it's like, maybe you're like touching a new person's hair, and it's like, oh, it doesn't feel like Toru's hair, you know, it doesn't feel like this past person's hair. Like, there's something here about like being highly critical of your new partners that I think you're still struggling with, but it comes from a place of like still holding on to the past. Like, focus on their good qualities. Like, try to find things that you like more so than you don't like, you know, and go from there. Because I feel like this is more of like you having your guard up, like you having your wall up. So it's like, you're gonna remain lonely if you don't let people in, you know? So let's go ahead and see what the self-care for 2026 will be, what's the best way my pile threes can take care of themselves in the upcoming year? What's the best way my pile number threes can take care of themselves? Family. That's so sweet. Yeah, like I feel like leaning into your platonic connections is going to be really helpful for you. I feel like you're trying to set boundaries with family as well. And so you just need to like remember that, you know, boundaries should help the connection. It shouldn't harm the connection. So just be very mindful of that. Like, because I feel like your family members will probably want to cater to your boundaries. I really hope, you know. And for those that do cater to your boundaries, like embrace those people. Spend that good time with your family. Like I said, maybe even open up about how painful this whole experience has been with this person. All right, we have read. Yeah, this could be really helpful for you too, just to kind of like get your mind off things. This could just be a hobby that like you've neglected because you've been so busy trying to take care of everybody else and go above and beyond that it's like, bro, I forgot that I love to read. Like I actually really love to read, and now I finally have some time to like do it for myself. Make a vision board. Very cool. Yes, I feel like especially in January, like you should make a vision board for the rest of the year. What do you want this year to look like, so that you can keep reminding yourself over and over, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. So every day that you're reminded, you're probably gonna start doing things that lead you to that vision, right? It's like you see that vacation on your vision board, you're like, oh yes, I want that, I want to go to the beach, like I'm gonna book that trip, and you just start, you know, it's like make that vision board. What do you want for this year? What do you want for yourself? This year is about getting to know yourself, really. Beauty ritual, I love it. Yes, like getting to know yourself, making yourself feel beautiful, making yourself feel desirable as well. Especially, you know, I feel like part of you had been kind of addicted to this rejection from this person, where it's like you were addicted to this rejection, where it's like it kind of confirmed to you that you're unlovable. You know, like it confirmed to you like, oh yeah, that's like I am unlovable. Like it just kept reminding you, this rejection, this obsession with this person that doesn't, you know, love you the same way. It was like an addiction to this rejection. So I feel like you are really pouring into yourself now, where it's like spending more time with family, reading more, looking at your next year and setting certain goals for yourself, setting a vision for yourself, pouring into your beauty ritual, making yourself into the divine person that you are. Make yourself feel good. Do your nails, do your hair, eyelashes, you know, vibe with yourself, get tattoos. What do you want to do to yourself, to adorn yourself, to make yourself feel beautiful, to worship yourself? Bottom of the deck, intuition. And this is crazy because pile 2 pulled these cards. Intuition with the High Priestess in reverse. And I just feel like this is the year that you start listening to yourself, your inner voice, your wants, your needs, your desires. This is the year where you start to honor yourself. You really get connected with your inner self. It's so beautiful. Okay. I love to see it, and I'm so proud of you. I'm wishing you so much luck on your journey. I really hope these messages resonated with you. I hope they were helpful. But that is the end. Happy 2026, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm sending you so much light, love, protection, blessings, all the good stuff. Until next time, please like, comment, subscribe. Bye. Welcome, pile number 4 to the bonus pile. So this pile is when I used to start pulling cards for myself, and eventually I was like, why don't you just film it, share it with the collective, see if other people maybe need the same messages as you. Also, I can be very forgetful and I don't always remember the messages, so this is also just a helpful way for me to keep track of my journey. So we pulled Toru with Hello Kitty. So yes, you are a sweetie bo beatie. This is also where I try to relax a bit more and just kind of chill out. So this won't be like a full reading. I'm going to try to kind of get through this quicker than the other ones. But I'm also going to try to relax throughout the reading and just have fun. So we pulled Toru. Main character energy. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, what is this theme of 2026 here? I feel like this feels very balanced. Okay, I will say, it's like, I don't know why I'm getting like emotions, water, like with action, fire, gratitude, I guess, air, you know, air, earth, both is interchangeable. Like, well, slumber to me is giving more earth. It could be either or, but it's like I'm getting like different elements blended together. So it's almost like you taking wisdom from different energies, different elements of your life, and just like utilizing that wisdom. So it's like when it comes to handling your sleep, you have learned to take care of yourself in a way where you prioritize sleep. Very grounded with your sleep, with the emotions. It's like you've learned how to possibly regulate in a healthier way and to put a handle on your emotions. Like, this is the year where it's like you're finally putting these things to use. You know, you feel grateful for the things that you have. You feel emotionally balanced. You're getting your rest. And because of these things, because of this balance that you have, you're able to take action. Yeah, like, I'm getting like a go-getter kind of energy. Like, let's do it. Let's move forward here. Like, let's make the best of it. Like, very optimistic. Which is funny because pile 1 had Kyo. And he, you know, he comes through as a bit more pessimistic. But they also pulled the action taker card. So it's like, I feel like you can get along with different kinds of people, like even very pessimistic people, like as long as they are action oriented, like you are like, all right, let's go, grumpy. That kind of energy. I feel like, yeah, like a happy-go-lucky kind of silly, laid back energy, just like, what's up? Okay, let's keep going. I'm like, ooh, I'm full. that's what's going on. I'm full. And I want to like go for a walk. I want to like go explore a bit. So I'm also just like ready to go. But that's the energy that I'm in. It's that I feel like connects to the reading, is like ready to go, ready to get ready for the day, ready to like go out there and run my errands. And it's just like la la la, like you got this smile on your face. It's like I'm just seeing somebody like on a walk, like listening to their headphones, just very grateful to be here. You know what I'm seeing in my head? I'm seeing this scene from Mean Girls where they're all like confessing and like falling into each other, doing the trust fall. And there's that one girl that's just like, I just hope that we can all get along. And like, you know, I can't remember the exact quote because I'm a piece of shit, but like she's just like, okay, we can bake them with rainbows and butterflies. You know, she's just like going off, and they're like, she doesn't even go here. Do you even go here? No, I just have a lot of feelings. Like, that's the energy here. It's like, I feel like you are an emotional person, but you have learned to feel your emotions in a healthier way, where it's not like overtaking you, it's not overpowering you. So let's keep going. Let's go ahead, action taker. To carry me forth into life I want to live, I will focus on my actions. I allow myself to think, to plan, and to pause. However, I will not get stuck in this mindset. To grow and learn, I take external steps to improve my state of being. Yes, like I feel like this year you're wanting to be more external about these steps that you're taking. It's like I feel like you were in this energy in the past year of like thinking, planning, pausing. Like you were very much like in those manifesting, like the beginning stages of manifest. It's like, okay, I'm thinking about this, now I'm planning it, now I'm like taking a pause to like prepare myself, I guess, I don't know. Taking a rest, right? Because like thinking does exert energy as well. So it's like to think, to plan, to pause, but it's like you're not going to get stuck there. It's like, okay, let's get over that hump of like all of these ideas, all of these plans. It's like it doesn't mean anything unless you can translate it externally, unless you can put it out there. You know what I mean? Like for me personally, I just feel like I've really struggled to get music out. Like I've just struggled so bad. And I feel like it's also partly of like networking and just struggling to, we'll get there, right? Struggling to network, struggling to socialize, and struggling to like put myself out there in a way of like collaboration. It's very difficult, but it's like, okay, you can plan, you can think about it all day long, but unless you take actual action, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen. So I feel like this is a year where you're going to be looking to take more action. We also have gratitude. All humans suffer, and I find this idea revolutionary, bitch, and freeing, because the people who I envy, admire, and idolize suffer just as I do. So I choose overwhelming gratitude for my life, for I am all that I need. Not my favorite card, right? It's like everybody suffers. That is so great. I guess revolutionary is an interesting word. I think that this is this energy of like we are all connected and we all feel sadness, grief. We all feel joy. We all feel, we all experience these similar emotions as human beings, as animals that can experience empathy, right? With expanded ability for mental and emotional connection. It's like, it's kind of learning how to relate with other people. Like we are not that different. We're actually very similar. Like we're all the same kind of energy. I don't know why it's giving very hippie energy. Like we're all connected. And I feel like because of that energy of connection, it's like, wow, I feel very grateful to be here. Like I'm grateful that I get to be here and experience these emotions as a human being. Like kind of stepping outside of yourself, right? It's like as a soul, I get to come into this earthly plane and experience human emotions. And like feeling a strange sense of gratitude for that, like even for your suffering, it's like, wow. Like, and also like when you're jealous of people, yes, people I envy, admire, and idolize, right? It's like those people are also on their own journey. They experience grief and suffering. They experience all of these things. And it's like, just remember that we're all on this journey. We're all human beings here. We all have such similar challenges, and it's like us constantly creating division because we feel so different. It's a waste of this life. Like, I feel like you would much rather focus on your similarities with somebody than thinking about how different you are. Because when you look at things as like different or other, sometimes it's like it's easier for you to like demonize. It's easier for you to misunderstand. And I feel like, you know, this year you're looking at others through a more compassionate lens. And I feel like because you're doing this, because you're trying to be more compassionate to others and see other people as like similar, more similar than different, it's also helping with this energy of like taking action, right? Like making new connections, like feeling safer to put yourself out there, feeling grateful for others. I don't know, I am getting that, where it's like this past year you could have been holding yourself back from connection because you were maybe too focused on the differences. Let's keep going. We have emotions. I am a human being that has emotions. Feeling is a part of life, and negative emotions that I encounter are welcome. However, I will simply acknowledge them and let them pass. I will not hold on to these thoughts, but intentionally release them as they come. And that's what we talked about. Like, I feel like you have this year, you're going to be handling your emotions in a more mature way. Like, you have a healthy emotional regulation. You understand that, you know, your feelings are not you. So it's like, even though you feel sadness, like, it doesn't mean that you're a sad person, or, you know, something like labeling yourself through your emotions, like letting them pass through you, acknowledging them and letting them pass. Like, I can't remember who said this, but I've said this a few times in other readings where it's like, I'm pretty sure if you let yourself just feel your feelings, it only usually takes like, I don't know, like 60-90 seconds or something to just feel it, and then you can let it pass. And like, we try to press down these feelings so much that if we just acknowledge them, we just sat with them, and then we could just so much easily sorry, I cannot talk right now. We can we can easily release them. Jesus Christ. So yeah, it's so much better than like repressing them, ignoring them, or letting them overtake you, right? Both of those are so uncomfortable. So I feel like this is the year where you've really learned like how to let them pass, how to handle them. It's beautiful. We have slumber. When I drift off to sleep, my mind allows me to slip into a restful slumber. If dreams arise, they are pleasant and calming. This time allows my body and mind to reset so I can start my day with vigor. I actually hate this so much because even since I was a little girl, I've had night terrors. I don't so much have like, I would say like night terrors constantly, but I definitely have more negative dreams than positive dreams. And so I feel like I really wish that I could affirm this into my subconscious, right? I'm like, when I drift off to sleep, my mind allows you to, you know, like if dreams arise, they are pleasant and calming. Like, I really have dreams that like are not kind all the time. It's not all the constant, like I said, it's not constant, but it's enough where I'm like, oh man, like I do wish this, like I do hope for this year that it's more peaceful in my dream state. So, you know, that could be something you're struggling with, or something that in the past year that you've been struggling with. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting this from this card. Like, I thought this would be more so about like you getting your rest and blah, blah, blah. Like, it is a little bit, but it's more so about like, yeah, and also like utilizing sleep as a tool. Like, I need sleep to be energized for the day. We have the Three of Wands here. So I'm seeing you planning. I'm seeing you expanding. I'm seeing you look beyond the horizon, you know? It's like you're kind of looking out and planning of like, okay, what are my next steps? But remember, don't stay stuck in this mindset of planning. This is part of taking action, right? But it's to think, to plan, to pause, and to take action, right? It's like we still need to add that step in there. Let's go ahead and do the bottom of the deck, and then we'll see what this one is. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the water cycle. Like the earth, I am made of water flowing through my veins. Just like the rain that falls down only to be carried back up, my body too is a cycle. Every sip revitalizes me and brings me a sense of gratefulness. It's huge themes of like just gratitude and feeling really grateful for your life in 2026 that keeps coming through. And I was getting like that song in the other pile that pulled this where it was like, rain on me, I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. It's like taking the pain with the joy, you know, taking the sunshine and the rain, like being grateful for both parts of the journey. Yeah, Spirit is also just telling you to drink more water. I feel like they're just telling you to, you know, you are made up of so much water. Make sure that you're drinking water as well. With the Ace of Swords here, I get a sense that we also have this unworthy, you know, the unsocial card that I kind of peeked out at you guys. Now we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And to me, that's like somebody who doesn't always like say their truth, who doesn't, and not in like you're lying, but it's like, I just feel like there's an energy of like you feeling like maybe your story, your journey isn't valuable, not putting yourself out there to the point where it's like, okay, like this is my truth, like I'm going to confidently state my truth. This could even be like we talked about, like with music, like putting your story out there, putting your songs, your lyricism out there, you know, being scared to be honest, being scared of like, yeah, putting your truth out there. Like maybe you were taught to be more invisible, like being invisible was safer, right? Like being, it's like with Toru, it's like being polite was like a coping mechanism for her. But it was also like a tool of survival because she was so polite because she thought that that would make her mom like stay, because she thought if she acted more like her dad, who was very polite and well, like soft-spoken, then she would be like loved by her mom more. And like her mom did love her unconditionally already, but it's like, it was just like a survival mechanism that she developed in a way. And so I feel like there's something here where it was like, it was a survival mechanism for you to be more invisible, to be more quiet, to maybe like hide your truth, because maybe your truth was used against you. You know, maybe there's times where your honesty was used against you, your truth was used against you in some ways, and it was like you felt safer to be quiet. And so I feel like this is the year where you're kind of, with the water cycle, you're washing away these self-beliefs and learning how to speak up, you know, speak up for yourself, put yourself out there, take action. It's like, I don't know why I'm getting like this energy of like, you can handle it. Like there's an energy here like slumber, you get your sleep, emotions, you can handle your emotions. You're grateful for the good, the bad. I don't know, it just feels very balanced and like positive. And so it's like it's like your guides are like, it's time, you're ready. Speak out, take action. Like it's okay. Like I really feel like some of you really get stuck here in this planning state where it's like you're looking out the window, you're looking out at the horizon, but you're not actually action taking, like you're not taking that step. I freaking knew that this was gonna come out. This is my card, the Star. I love my favorite major arcana for obvious reasons. I feel like this is a fan favorite. You know, this is a card about hope. It's about healing. And so I feel like this year is going to be very healing for you. I feel like you're going to be rebuilding. I don't know, you know, to me the Star comes after the Tower. So it's like some of you maybe this past year experienced Tower moments. And so it's like you're in this place of like rebuilding and feeling hopeful. Like I said, there was an energy of like optimism that I keep picking up. And it's gonna be okay. Like we're gonna make it. Like there's a sense of faith and hope and like, we got this. Like, and your guides even kind of affirming it, like you got this, like you're so well balanced, like we can really rebuild together and rebuild. I feel like there's a restoration of hope, or like faith. There we go, restoration of faith. So let's go into the love portion. We have unworthy. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. So yeah, I feel like in the past you might have really felt, well, this whole year you could be still struggling with like feeling worthy, right? It's like I feel like there's like this energy of like meekness that's coming through, like feeling meek or like shy, feeling like you can't always like speak up. Like feeling embarrassed and maybe even anxious, right? Speaking up. And so it's like, I feel like it might be coming from this place of feeling unworthy. It's like, I'm not worthy enough to speak out. I'm not worthy enough to put myself out there and to demand, no, I don't want to say demand, but to expect a mutual, healthy, amazing relationship, right? It's like you still have your doubts. You're still struggling with your doubts here. And I feel like that's where that energy of like, you can do this is coming from. It's like, you're trying to tell yourself you can do it. Your guides are trying to tell you you can do it. And so it's like, it's funny that they feel like you need that encouragement, because I feel like there are, you know, parts of you that still feel that you're not worthy, that feel like, I don't know, like things can't happen for you, or you can't heal, or, you know, just doubts in general, maybe about other people treating you well, right? Like, oh, people treat me that way because I deserve it, or I'm not worthy. It's not true. It's not true. You're just unsocial. You're just unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Yep. I feel like you are a catch. I feel like you are the Star, full of hope. I feel like you're healing to be around. I feel like you might even create like a safe emotional space for people. And it's like, you need to start seeing the positives about yourself. You need to start seeing that other people are grateful for you, and that, like I said, you're a catch. And it's like, if you just were to put yourself out there, and I'm seeing 333 on the timer, which is giving me the 3 of, you know, wands, like expansion. If you just put yourself out there, if you just expand the horizons here, I just feel like it's gonna be really easy for you to find somebody. Like, not to be cocky, but it's like, I feel like, you know, you're a catch. Anybody would be grateful to have you. Anybody, the way I hesitate to say it, anybody would be happy to have you. Okay, so not just anybody, but also somebody that you want. So let's go ahead and take a look at self-care for 2026. What's the best way you can take care of yourself in 2026? We have sweet treat. This is so funny, guys, because honestly, I just ate crumble cookie. I just started my time of the month and I am miserable. And I was like, I need something sweet. And I don't feel bad about it at all, but I'm just like, oh my God. This is so funny that this came out. It's like, you know, be kind to yourself, be compassionate to yourself. You know, if you're down and out, you know, make yourself a sweet treat. Get yourself a sweet treat here. Get yourself some crumble. Take good care of yourself here. We have write a gratitude list. Wow. And you know what's interesting is I actually have a gratitude journal, and this past year I don't really think I wrote in it at all. I'm gonna be so honest. Here, we can look at the dates here. So yeah, this was from 2021. And you see I write thank you on all the tops of it. And I would write today's happiness, reasons to be grateful. And I would just write stuff that I was grateful for. And so let's see how far I got. So the last entry, okay, so I did write, look, it goes from May 8th, 23, and then last year in the middle of April, or the beginning of April, I show up all of a sudden. But that was the last one I did. So I was looking at this the other day and I was like, man, I really miss doing that. And so that's really interesting that that came through, because here, I'll just show you. Let me see. Is it that, like, because sometimes I write names in here, so I'm just like making sure. Yeah, I can show this. Tacos, gordita too. Aladdin, my first crush. Oh my gosh. Elephants and their empathy. Haley, Tiff, and Keisha. Having a good job. My sweet kitties. Learning from the past. I said trans folk, the gays, trashy reality TV, sobriety. Oh, and see, there's something on here that we cannot share with the class, and it's over. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, that's just like a little look into my world here. So yeah, gratitude lists are fun. It just keeps you in that energy of like, wow, I'm so lucky, I'm so grateful. Like that mindset of like, man, like the fact that I can get crumble cookie when I'm, you know, when I'm suffering. It's like, I'm so grateful that I'm able to do that. I'm so grateful I have my kitties. Like I'm so grateful that I'm getting to read tarot for you. It's just like, you just start looking around and being like, wow, like I am so blessed, you know? Appreciating the little things. Ooh, I love this card. Beauty ritual. And it's interesting because I just did my makeup for like the first time in a minute the other day too, on New Year's. So I hadn't done my makeup in a while, and I just, ooh, I was feeling so cute. And I don't know, it just boosts your self-esteem. It shows you like you're worth it. When you look in the mirror, you feel good. You know, it's like just, you know, even right before the reading, I did my nails because I really hate my nails to be like dusty crusty on camera. And, you know, that's something that I want to do for myself. Like I'm willing to take that time to do my nails real quick and make sure that they look nice, because that makes me feel good. It's like I deserve it. Like keeping up with your grooming. Something like I've been working on is like, yeah, like performative grooming, where it's like you just kind of wait until you're supposed to leave the house, and then you're like, oh my god, I gotta do all this grooming and like pluck my eyebrows, I have to do my nails, I have to, like, you start getting nervous about going out because, or you're gonna take forever to get ready because you haven't been taking care of it. It's just performative. So it's more like doing it for yourself. Do it on a regular basis for yourself. Wash your face, do your nails, do all the things, groom yourself, take good care of yourself. So it's like that energy, something my brother used to always say, which it would bug me because I was just like, shut up. But it was true. It's because it was true. He would always be like, you don't gotta get ready if you stay ready. And there's that energy there of like, if you know, take care of yourself on a regular basis, you're more inclined to be ready, you know, faster, quicker, you know, it's less pressure. It's more fun to just, oh, let's go run to the store real quick. It's not like oh, but I have to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. We have Connect with Earth. This came out, this is the third pile this one came out with. So the earth is calling to us, children. The earth wants us to connect. So I don't know why I'm actually getting environmentalism. I really am. Like, I'm getting like going and like cleaning up the highways, like cleaning up the neighborhood. It could even be just like starting a garden. Maybe you really want to like start eating your own fruits and vegetables or something like that. So yeah, you could be starting a garden, like a home garden here, like where you get your spices or your basil or whatever it might be, oregano, fresh from your garden, you know? So connect with the earth, maybe going on more walks, just spending more time in nature here. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, yes, yes. I don't want to show it, dang it, because freaking YouTube is so lame sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna just bottom of the deck. We got SCX. So yes, this is a year where you're gonna be having some good, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting like, what? I'm hearing new sensations. What is that? Like you could be feeling new sensations. What is going on? I'm also getting like SCX being very healing. That came through really quickly where it was like, you're gonna have some healing encounters. Actually, you know? I feel like this is also going to help you like build confidence in a way where it's like taking back power of your sexuality, where it's like, okay, I feel powerful doing this. I feel in control doing this. I make the choices for myself. Like, cause I kept getting that like meek thing where it's like you feel like invisible or meek or like scared to kind of put yourself out there in a way. And I just kind of feel like this will be helpful for you in building that confidence. You know what this is making me think of? I actually recently watched, it was on Prime, Amazon Prime, and it was this documentary about like strippers from Nashville. And it was like low-key very empowering, you know? They were just all so empowered to like make that money and to like just so confident in their bodies, putting themselves out there. Not only that, but because they were making such good money, they were able to afford things like studio time, you know what I mean? They were able to afford their hobbies, like the things that they love to do, because they would hustle so hard at their, you know, their midnight ballerina job. And what's interesting about that is there's another documentary that I think is like by the same people, but it's actually strippers in Vegas. And I was like, I want to watch that too, but so maybe this is a sign for you to watch it here. Like for me, I'm probably gonna watch it. So I feel like, you know, just like seeing other women that are empowered by their sex, you know, by their ability to also like be attractive or like to draw people in, I guess, or yeah, like just embracing it instead of feeling shame. Like there's something about overcoming shame here, and I feel like that could be a way through it, or like that could be self-care for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing out. I just want to thank you so much for being here. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was resonating with all of you. Till next time, guys, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Please like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, bye.